Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Rabbi.
One of the descriptions of the Jewish people leaving Mitzrayim, leaving Egypt, it says that Tzivos Hashem, the Tzvakos, the army of God, left Egypt. That's the only time it uses the name Tzvakos, one of the names of Hashem, that there are 7 names that are not erased. One of them is Tzvakos. I'm not even saying it correctly. I'm saying with a kuf instead of an aleph, because we don't say the name if you're not saying it, in a complete sentence. So in the Torah, it only refers to that as the army of Hashem, as referring to the Jewish people. There's another place that in the Navi, it talks about Hashem with that name, that he is taking revenge, he is going out to war. So it's explained that this name connects with the idea of war, waging war against negative. So what does that mean? When the Jewish people left Egypt, so it's brought down in Medrash that they were in minus 49. There is ground level, and then there was lower than that. And there's higher than that, there's lower than that. Higher than that is Kedusha, is elevation, is holiness. And lower than that is negativity. So the Jewish people holding minus 49. And if they would go into 50, that's infinity. They would be stuck there. So Hashem had to take them out. They had to run out. Ki barach ha'am, the nation ran. They ran out, even though they walked out. But the expression of the Torah is ki barach ha'am, that Pharaoh was told that the Jewish nation ran away. What do you mean they ran away? They walked out. They walked out. You gave them permission. They didn't run away. But there was a level of running. They had to run away from the negativity. If they would stay there, they would be affected. So when they went from minus 49, they had to fight. There was something negative they had to fight. That's why, in a sense, the Torah is referring to them as tzivos, that there was an army. They had to go. They were fighting something. When do you fight something? When it's even. When there's a value. There's a nothing. You're not fighting it, right? So it says also that this is something that we're dealing with on a constant basis. The only difference is when Mashiach comes, we're not going to run. When Mashiach comes, we're going to walk slowly, because we're going to come to the point that we're not afraid of it anymore. We overcame it. How do you overcome it? So there are 2 levels. There is itkafya and ithapcha. There is that you have to fight with it and hold back from it. There are certain pleasures, there's certain indulgements, there's certain things that we have a pull to it, and we have to control ourselves by not allowing ourselves to fall to it. That's one thing. And then there is that we could even reach a higher level that we're able to transform it. For example, there are 2 people that are eating. One's eating, they're both enjoying the food, but one is really enjoying the food. It's so good. He can't hold himself back. He almost doesn't know how to use a fork and knife at this point. The food tastes so good that somehow he lost control, and if nobody was looking, he would devour the steak. There's some people, it could happen. It could happen to anybody. So there's something called iskafia. You have to hold yourself back. You have to relax. Maybe wait a minute before you eat. And when you eat like a mensch. We're not animals, we are human beings. And we eat in a different way. The food doesn't control us, we control the food. That's called iskafia. And that could play out on any level. It could play out in doing whatever I want to do, any hobbies that I have to do, anything that I have to do in this world. Is it in control of me, or am I in control of it? So that's iskafia. You have to hold yourself back, you have to be in control. Then there is the next level called ithapcha. That right now, the person is using the food to elevate it, to bring energy and life to himself so he could do mitzvahs. He's already eating, not that he has to control himself, he's fighting with himself, but he's saying to him, I'm eating l'shem shamayim, especially on Shabbos. It says on Shabbos, we're in such a holy level that everything we eat is l'shem shamayim. It's already on a higher level. The Shabbos elevates it. So these are 2 ways of how we can connect and elevate ourselves and go from minus to a higher level. So Hashem should help. We should be inspired. We should be able to do it. We should be the army of Hashem. Amen. And we should be successful in coming to Eretz Yisrael with the Geula Amitas Hashleima Meher Memenu Mamish. Amen. Amen.